Hey guys, and welcome to a game called Rise of Echoes. Now, this is something that I just stumbled across to browse a game, and so, Ascent of Echoes, my bad. But yeah, we're here to just, you may have seen similar games like this, where you just have to send troops to the enemy side. And right now our goal is just, obviously this is a story right now, so you can kind of see this play. But this is a very, very fun game. I really like it, so I figured might as well show you more. Okay, so it looks like 3 out of 3, that's how many get the sense. Chapter 1, The Waking. You wake face down in the dirt. No memory, no name, only instinct. Something terrible happened here. You don't remember what. You pick up a weapon anyways. Begin the ascent. Faster, that was nice. Okay. Engage. So now we're actually in the actual game itself. Yeah, the goal is definitely always try and get as much food and materials as possible before we get troops. Let's get some troops. Be enough troops for this in a while. 3 more waves after this one. It's maximum harvest is 6%. Sending a whole bunch of melee units. I think I just got this by sheer overwhelming efforts. I guess the easier, at the initial level, it's always easier to do it. I don't bother sending more things like that. Ascend to the Bronze Age. Guess I'll click Bronze Age. Chapter 2, The Bronze Instinct. Fighting comes naturally, too naturally. Your hands know how to fight before your mind knows why. You don't question it, not yet. Okay, so the Thorn's aura, the runes make your soldiers into layers. Every blow returns twofold. Your forces reflect 60% of damage for 20 seconds. Scar Seal, the rune closes around your base like a fist. The base becomes immune to damage for 3 seconds. The Earthquake. The rune shifts beneath the battlefield. The ground rejects what stands upon it. Slows all enemies by 70% for 12 seconds. I guess that's Thorn's aura. I don't want to watch an ad to get a bonus rat. So once you get max, you can get 15 max times you gather, 40 max times you gather, but slower. 12 max times you gather, they leave you quick to fill. I guess Deep Vein. French and Strength for the Shield Breaker. How the ability is going to activate. I'm guessing this is going to be something I click on the screen. Yeah, Thorns over on the back. Do I only get 3 uses? convergence fractured items seal the echoes before history unravels. So I'm guessing this is like a hard war thing. So you start off with a certain thing and you beat off against things to get additional relics. Yeah, the harder fractures you get more relics. Makes no distinction between friend and enemy, deals 74 damage to all units, both sides, drains off food. Spoils of war. The wounds war victory with sustenance. The next 4 defeats enemy. That's fine. That is actually very nice. I'm gonna swap that with that, since it actually seems really good, and I'm gonna progress to the Iron Age. Chapter 3, the Iron Rhythm. You're getting good at this. Armies fall, walls crumble. You press forward. It feels like purpose. It feels like you've done this before. Scorched earth, the wounds bleed, raw materials for those wounds harvested, workers gather 2 times the amount for 8 seconds. Fortified base, the wounds calculate what you dear. Base gain shield worth 60% of max HP. And scar seal, the wound closes around your base like a fist. I guess I'll be fortified base. I don't need a bonus relic. Try and get more food, because food is the antithesis of this game, basically. If you don't have the way to make food, you can't send out units. More speed, or more farmers, faster gathering speed, but it's slower to arrive. So one's running. 42 times gather, 40% slower. Nothing dominates it really. 3 starting nodes, 15 maximum. I feel like that's good. Okay, page. Because that seems pretty good with the amount to gather, but we'll see. Very simple strategy. There's an axe to the health right there. For shit. I can probably do it. Ascent of Echos, the long deja vu, chapter 4. The battlefield looks familiar. The scars on the land match your scars on your hands. Memory flickers and vanishes. You were here, you're sure of it. Including power. Scar seal. Closing onto your base like a fist. Immune. Mass offering the wound onto you alone. Destroy all workers permanently. Gain 10 food per worker for over 20 seconds. I guess I'll go fortify base, because that seems like it's very good. Engage. Might take a second to load for whatever reason. Yeah, the nice thing is money gets carried over between each generation, meaning that if you decide to get a whole bunch of money in the previous world, you can then take that advantage into the next world and upgrade everything. But generally speaking, I've found that you don't really need to do that all the time. Cellar. Plague and pillage before the 15th. Reach borders and merciless routes. So I'm guessing that's this floods you and drains. Plus 40 start. Plus 1.5 per defeat. Minus 2.5 seconds per food. I trickle from the wound that never stops. Plus 1 per second passive. And plus 175 per defeat. I guess with the drip feed I think is a bit better. Get rest cleavers a little bit better. So hopefully these upgrades do us well. Let's get these as quickly as possible out. I'm definitely getting a lot more use. Ascend. Well, let's engage much more, just so I have enough gold to be able to secure my victory in the next round. Since obviously we've seen the ability to do it, so. Celebrate your victories, but the horizon is wrong. The sky has edges. The ground hums beneath your feet. Power. Guardian aura, the wound wraps each shoulder thin membrane with itself. Each player unit spawns with a trade worth 30% of its max HP. The wound wants you alone. Destroy all workers where you saw. That's winter volley. The wound fills your walls with hungry shards. AR charge for 20 seconds. Let's get the passives. Passives are usually pretty good. Let's see. 10 start at 30 max, flood the field from turn 1, 3 start moves with 2 magic gather. So, kind of similar to the Contract Levy, Bastard check to 12 max up together. Levy. Crown the churches for the dead, head start and city spoils. The flow is steady but prices climb. Plus 4 food per second, but it costs more. The roof pulses steadily. Plus 3 food per second. No tricks. I guess a head sign steady scroll sounds good. So 2.5 per second, plus 10 start, plus 1 per turn. That's really good. I guess I will upgrade my wallkeeper. Just so it's a little bit stronger. Chapter 6, first out. You look closer. The world has seams. Every battlefield across has left a scar behind. Not you, the world itself. The damage is spreading. The wound reinforces what it needs. All ally units gain 30% more max HP. A wound remembers the fallen returns. Revive units fallen last 5 seconds at 30% HP. Base loses 50% HP. Condemned. The wound offers borrow time and collects in full. Your forces become invincible for 6 seconds and all fall. I'm just gonna do the passive. They get more HP. It's at layer 10. I'll put that on because I do like the. Actually, no. Yes, I like Spoils of War. So. Engage. We gotta do this battle as we should. Let's see where this takes us. Although this says as well, but it's always hard to tell. Sprinkle some range units within the melee, and hopefully that will be helpful against the later rounds. And X out those. So it's 40 of those, 20 of those. Chapter 7, The Global Wound. Scars everywhere, oceans carry them, mountains flow along them. This is not a serious battle, this is a single wound and it covers the world. Claim power. Chronicle continues. Claim will behold the loop. power seal, we already seen that. The wound hardens your soldier's skin to something less than human. All allied units gain 60% 28 max HP shield for 40 seconds. Undying Pack, the wound of the fallen, but basically. Let's get Undying Pack. I'm not going to use this. Mag Pure Sprawl. Each starter 20 max. Restores neutral mix. So the quick speed is better than the frontline toil just because of the fact that it's better gathering. But 60 max overall, I think it's so much better. Let's see where this takes us though. Swarm with just melee units is no longer an effective strategy. Get a little bit more of that and rage again. Rapid but moderate. Each blow craters the ground slowly and costly. Small shield explore. And well, let's engage in a fight. Hopefully with these 2 additional upgrades, excuse me, can actually do us quite well. see clearly. Every battle you won has made the world larger. Victories are the disease. You're not healing this world. You're breaking it. Claim your power. So the freeze frame, the wound holds its breath in time for its move. Freeze all enemies for 8 seconds. The wound will scorch Earth's workers burn for additional time. I don't need an additional relic. I think I'll swap this for the more max HP since that's always useful. Cheaper unit, small battlefield salvage. Workers work harder and I get additional benefits. Let's see where this takes us. The industrial area, the coal works, getting oil. That's to self-destruct on first strike. Suppose this puts it to two smaller units. Huh. Each strike gives people what they never stop. I'm kind of curious on what that means. Gauge. Time to see what this life takes us. Always have to keep on pushing. Chapter 9, The Glass Mirror. You try and fight differently, carefully. It doesn't matter. Any violence feeds the wound. The doubt hardens into something worse. What if winning was never the answer? Claim your power. Square seal and don't need a bonus relic. Funding, upfront funding with combat bonuses. Ooh. Plus 15 start, plus 0.75 per defeat. Instantly crew. Yeah, Team Fank is 10 max. It's not as good as 40 max. Especially with the different speed. And this is just to help us gather what we need for the next bump to our unit strength. Absorbs first hit, then lesions massive first strike, desperate. Spins in, strikes one, then detonates on impact, something melts inside. Falling shatters a shell. Spotting for offspring. That, I guess. I'll get the last eye. To, hopefully do something. But why not? I don't know if we're upgrading my base. I'm guessing that the base is like, oh hey, if you have enough, it'll start shooting out arrows or something. Of course, they cost 11 now. Chapter 10, The Last Border. 10 layers behind you, all of them scarred. Ahead, realms that you don't obey mortal rules. You could stop here, turn back, but you won't. You never do. So just ask. Quality cost more. Abundant output. Let's see where this takes us, I guess. Don't know exactly what these mean, but again, we'll see. Again, futuristic sounds and all that. It's not where you default for the thing, but can't really help it. I'm not the one who made this game. Okay, regroup. 30. Engage. Probably after finishing this one, or finishing up round 10, I'll wrap it up. But we'll see. Gauge. That way I have all my units, and my strongest units are decently strong. Actually, I just want to see what this next round looks like. That, I hope you guys enjoyed this, and I hope you guys have a good day, night, week, month of your lives, and may the stars forever guide your path wherever it might lead you into the future. Hope to see you guys again next time. Bye bye, folks.